Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? I hope you guys enjoyed your long weekend. Got a lot of rest. I know I got a lot of work done, a lot of yard work and stuff like that. I can't say that I got a lot of rest, but was ready to start this week for sure. And woke up to a powerful 2-hour thunderstorm, wind, rain, and I was surprised. I just knew that our power was going to get knocked out. I was going to miss the open, or I was going to have sketchy internet because of all of the water and everything, but everything worked out great. Everything passed. By 8 o'clock, the sun was starting to come out. I couldn't believe it. So, everything was good for a new week. So hopefully, now it didn't start off the way I wanted it to, but I believe by the end of the week we should be in good shape, because we do see some companies start to report earnings, and we're going to have some of those opportunities. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But I want to share this message with you. There's nothing wrong with the strategy. You're just inconsistent. There's a lot of you guys who you've been doing this, trying to make this happen for years, many months. All right. And you've done it long enough where you've got the information, you have enough experience, you have enough tools, you got everything you need. The only thing you don't have is consistency. And everything that I do, whether forward or backwards or try to slip it in there behind the scenes, is all about getting you guys to be consistent with what you do every day. If you're not, then you're not going to make it. Yeah, you're gonna have a big trade here and there. Things are gonna be awesome for you, but it's gonna be few and far between, because you're consistently chasing this, chasing that, and you can't do that. Even when you're learning, you learn and you get exposed to multiple strategies through multiple rooms and all of that. But then once you decide this is what you want, this is the type strategy you want to trade on this time frame, you pick the person you're going to work with, you got to be consistent. You can't keep going back and forth. You got to be consistent. And once you become consistent, you'll be surprised how much the money rolls in. I'm not saying you're not going to lose. You're going to lose. I lose all the time because I may be consistent, but the market isn't. All right, we all know that. The market is random. It's inconsistent. But if the market is inconsistent and I'm inconsistent, we're in a hell of a fix. And I don't know if any of you guys rewatched the video that I sent out this weekend on thinking in probabilities. That's just what we're talking about. If you go back and look at the experiment, those guys that were consistent in what they picked every time did a lot better than the person trying to guess every time. And that's pretty much what this is. So don't take it as a slam, because there are times when I'm inconsistent too, and I have to get back on track. But just know that you have to be consistent, as we move forward. All right, so let's take a look at today. I had RCL, BYND, ZM, BA on watch. And BYND is the one that really made the best move. And it wasn't an opening range move. It was one that we could have caught on a trend continuation. I did not have this still on my charts. I had taken it off my charts for some reason. I put something else up there that I wasn't supposed to. The way I do this is that the stocks I have on watch stay on my screen. I don't change it up. But I did today. So today I wasn't consistent in what I was doing, and I ended up missing a decent opportunity here. So have nobody else to blame but myself. But you could see clearly where you've got where the stock we opened right here. We got the opening range high and low. We did trigger opening range breakdown, but it failed. All right, so this would have been a failed opening range trade if I had taken it. Failed right here because we broke it and then it bounced and it came back. Even though we sold off again, this support held and we traded all the way through the moving averages. We pulled back as we broke through and made a new high. That's the trend continuation entry. And beautiful, beautiful move here. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. If I could have got in around 72, 75-ish, look how far this thing ran. All the way to eventually to 77. Really, really nice move. And up here, we were looking at potential continuation. So we're looking at look at the flag on this. And really bullish setup. But once we got up around 77, nobody was willing to offer it higher or buy it higher. And we just came back. We did bounce, but we made a lower high here. And you can see it was pretty much done. It became practically untradeable here unless you just roll the dice and trade above and below support and resistance. But really beautiful move that we missed. The moves are here. Now, as I said before, the market is random. My strategies, the opening range, breakout or breakdown, the trend continuation, even the reversals, those three main strategies that I trade, they're dependent upon having a stock with a good catalyst. If we trade stocks like we're trading now that really don't have a good catalyst. Now, BYND did have a catalyst, but it's not the catalyst that we actually look for all the time. Earnings is my number one play. That's what I look for. If the stocks are not on earnings, I have very low expectations for them because I know what strategy works the best with the stocks that I trade. And there's a month prior to earnings season that everything is just really bad and it's consistently bad. But I'm not going to stop trading it because I need to stay consistent through all conditions. I mean, all conditions. Even if this is a losing proposition, I still need to be in the game because every now and then we'll run into a trade like this and I'll actually be in it. But a lot of times we're in the wrong place at the wrong time and we miss it. But seeing these type trades makes me feel good about the opportunities that are always there. They're always there. You just put yourself in the right place at the right time, being consistent in executing. And I was inconsistent today and missed this trade. So let's look at the one I did take. Okay, BA. This was another opening range breakdown fake out. Another failed first move on an opening range breakdown. But we came back, caught the second one, and it worked. Got my first target, turned around, stopped me back out at break even. Actually slipped me a little bit. And then we rejected here and came back and made another move down. Should have been in this again. I was not executing the way I normally execute. I was kind of letting the market get to me, getting frustrated with the price action when all I know is, and I tried to keep telling myself, and I was telling you guys, let's wait. Just be patient. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. And I got tired of waiting and just was taking my eyes off of this and not looking at that and just trying to find something else versus sticking to what I know and being consistent with what I do. All right, so I ended up getting stopped out on this one. We got a little base hit on this, and that's all we got on it. I mean, not a very good showing here. All right, so the next trade, we got ROKU. Here, I was looking at this. Now, I don't trade patterns. I don't trade flags. I don't trade triangles. But I do draw them because a lot of traders, when they started trading, one of the classes that they were in talked about flags and all of that. And I think in my class, technical analysis class, I talk about these too. But I don't trade these. I trade off support and resistance. And this is a trend continuation trade where we pulled up through the moving averages. We pulled back and bounced. We got over the moving averages. I got long, looking for a move up to 96. It got almost there, and then it came back and stopped me out. This was just a product of the market because ROKU didn't have its own strategy. I mean, its own catalyst yet. It was practically trading along with the market, just kind of messing around. And so when the market rolled over, this came back and I was done. And this is the frustrating part about trading these strategies with the market and not on a stock that has its own catalyst that will move it outside of the market. All right, so that's why I'm saying this last month has really been tough to deal with, but it's like this every month before earnings season for me. Every month before earnings season is tough, but I like it because it gets me sharp and in tune and points out the weaknesses that I let creep into my trading prior to game time. And I love it. So I may fuss, bitch, moan, and complain, but at the end of the day, this is just preparing me for what's coming. So we'll start tomorrow. We'll actually start seeing some decent stocks reporting. And the only thing about that now is I'm not sure if pulling their guidance is going to hurt. We'll see. You have to be aware of these stocks that if they pull their guidance and they hold it back, the stock may not move. It just may trade sideways. And that kind of kills the edge that we have. But we just have to wait and see and take it on a trade by trade basis. So today, starting the week out here, minus 546, which is not bad because I had two losers and I stuck to my risk, and I have a loss that I could easily make up and then some tomorrow. Or at least by the end of the week, we're going to be back where we need to be. So not really worried about that. And just wish I had started the week out on a better foot, but hey, long week. We got some earnings starting to kick off, so I'm getting a little pumped. All right, so aftermarket. Here's what we did. I was getting ready to sit down and listen to some tutorials on Thinkorswim because I'm learning how to trade on Thinkorswim. It's got free commissions. I want to swing, and I want to do some all-day holds, some longer-term trend trading that I could just get in and just let work. but I need to learn how to use this platform. I can do the basics, obviously. I've been doing that for the last couple of months. But still having Benzinga Charlie up. And I'm rolling I've got my mobile station, my laptop, and 2 monitors mounted. I think I shared with you that stand I built a couple weeks ago. That's the one I can roll out on the patio. I can roll it anywhere I want to sit back and learn and listen, watch videos, or do whatever. That's what I was doing. And Benzinga Charlie says Roku gapping up. And all I was saying was, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Because I know when Roku gets going, that thing can take off. And so I got over to the screen, and at the time, Roku was making its move. So what I typically do on these type of breaking news trades, and there is a class as part of the day trading class when I talk about trading breaking news. What I do is I wait for the next candle a lot of times to see if it's going to pull back or if it's going to keep running. Roku here, we were sitting on this 115 daily level here. So I was like, why? I'll just buy it off of that. And if we lose this level, I'll reset. But I don't want to miss the move because I know Roku can rip, and I have a plan to manage my risk. So I got in at $100 even. You can see down here at the bottom, I bought 300 shares at $100 even, almost at the end of this candle. I mean, it took me a minute. I wasn't going to just jump in and buy. I had to establish my risk, and I had to establish some profit targets. Now, they weren't perfect, okay, but they were legit profit targets. So my first target was going to be 102.50. All right, it should have been 103.50, but my eyes are bad. And with the glare on the laptop, I thought it was 102.50. I mean, 102.50 was actually 103.50. But I got the first target at 102.50. All right, so the next target, I'm like, I'm going to do 106 because I shortchanged myself. So instead of doing 105.20 at this level, I wanted to hold the 106. And we broke through and hit 106. Hold on. I gotta pull this up. We were getting ready to hit 106, and I was like, no, I need to you're still shortchanging yourself. So I had to go and went back and did 106.50 and only put in 75 shares because I was about to go 150 and just close the position. But I went to 106.50 because I wanted to make up for what I messed up here and give it a chance. And so we hit 106.50. And now I'm still waiting. I still got 75 shares left. And I've got to order out. Let's see if it's going to show up here. I do have an order out, or I did. I'm going to have to put it back in at 112. But we might not get there. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to be in all cash today. I'm not going in and I'm not closing out unless I'm all cash. Okay, I'm not going to hold overnight. Even though this can and probably will gap up, the market, I can't trust it. So I have to be in all cash. So wherever this is, we got till 8 o'clock. Wherever this is at 8 o'clock, I'll probably kill it, and we'll move on. But a really, really nice way to end the day. I wish I was still sitting here at my main trading station, because I could have gotten in the other account and could have turned the day around with something like this. But this isn't an aftermarket earnings trade. This was a breaking news play. And this happens all the time. Most of the time, I'm just not here. After the market closes, I'm doing other stuff. I may come back and stick my head in and see what's going on, but I'm rarely there to catch breaking news. And I think we did it one time before. I forgot that stock that ran from $30 all the way up to $100. We were able to catch a reversal on it before it ran all the way back up. But these opportunities are here. We just have to know how to take advantage of them. So I know I have a plan on how to trade breaking news. Somebody in chat this afternoon said, that when they see the news, they hear the news, they put the chart up, but they're there like a deer, having a deer in the headlight look. And that's because you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan or strategy to trade, that's what's going to happen. So, I always have a plan. That's why I kind of waited, laid everything out, and then executed. Now, I did have to make adjustments in the middle of the trade because, my fault, I can't see. And I kind of messed that up. But, we kind of made up for it. So, that was my day. Again, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to hold this overnight. I'm going to be in all cash. I got to be in all cash. I can't not be in all cash. And we'll start tomorrow over again. But this will be a lot easier once I learn how to build the hotkeys on this, or the hot buttons, and be able to put them into use. So that's what I'm trying to learn, so I could be more efficient and trade pre-market and aftermarket. Because I'm going to tell you, what's really frustrating me more than anything else are the moves that these stocks make pre-market. They make such clean moves. The exact moves that we look for intraday, they're making pre-market. And it's really, really frustrating. So, I'm trying not to break down and just start trading pre-market. But unfortunately, I might be doing that here if this market keeps treating me like this. But that's that. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll get back at it. I'm looking at doing a live stream on Thursday again, so we'll see how everything goes, if it works out that I can do that. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.